Hey guys, it's Tarkin coming at you with another game of hardcore Minecraft, and just picking up exactly where we left off. In the world underneath the cherry biome, we've picked up furnaces, we've picked up some foods, and basically right now I have a choice to make, which is what am I doing with my time? What I'm going to do is check out the shipwreck and nether portal that we scouted in the last video. And after that, we're going to see about where I want to build like a more permanent base. Yeah, I got to do some thinking about that. But, and of course, we're going to need to go home and acquire our beloved chicken Garuda. These chickens remind me of my obligation to my pal to go and pick him up and not leave him just languishing there all alone. But we're just gonna run in this direction. There's quite a lot of sunflowers here. Oh, it's called a sunflower plains. There you go. That would explain why I hadn't seen a bunch of sunflowers before. They probably only grow here. I had seen like oxeye daisies and stuff, but they are, this is a particular kind of flower that definitely its own thing. So before we cross the water, want to make sure we get our health back up. I know for a fact there are weird aquatic monsters, and they are certainly better at fighting underwater than I am. I don't have my fast boots or anything at the moment, so want to be careful. Is this a separate nether portal than the one that I originally looked at? I think it is. But we're just going to carefully steal from it. All right, golden boots of mending. That's pretty nice. 3 obsidian and a flint and steel. But boots of mending, pretty cool. But of course, we would lose an armor over our iron boots, so we're not going to be wearing them. But if we can get the mending enchantment out of that, that would be quite excellent. I don't want to lose these gold blocks to lava, so wanted to make sure that we filled up the lava first. I've done that in the past, and it always feels real bad. All right, it looks like there's a chasm here, and that is not, absolutely not in any way what I'm interested in doing. That is sketchy, and, not any obvious benefits, unlike, the destruction of the bovine and porcine? Either way is probably right, depending on where I pretend to be from. The bovine and porcine denizens which fall before my sword. Very nice. And while it is fine to collect all of this food, I was hoping to see where that shipwreck was, which I thought was just right around here. We've got a bunch of Amblin oak trees. It had to have been a shipwreck. It had to have been. I saw it with my own eyes, but that's all right. We're just going to get in a boat and amble this way. Because if my memory serves, then the shipwreck definitely exists, but it would be perhaps around the other side of the mountain. Either that or I was scouting there over to that side. Regardless, the things that I was looking at were in this direction, and they definitely included the mass of a shipwreck, so that's the plan. The other part of the plan is to tell time, which means in just a little bit, we're probably going to want to act like a coward and bed down for the night. But if I could see which side of this my house was on up at the top, then I would have a better idea. Did I pick any of those up? Alright, I need to pick up sugarcane because I do not have any. But of course in this game all you need is is one or two of something typically, and then you can get a whole lot. There's some magma blocks there, which I have some interest in getting a hold of in the medium to long term, but all right, this is the area that I was looking at before. So there'll be another nether portal and the shipwreck right there. It occurs to me that I don't have really enough inventory space to loot anything that I find that's good. But we'll deal with that problem here in a second. It also occurs to me that this is a big wide open space with tons of non-lit areas, and that is a recipe for disaster in the medium to long term. Okay, we've got the spruce mountain over there. That would have been the very limits of our initial scout, I think. And what I'm doing right now is either smarter or dumber than just building a friggin' base. But I just gonna toss a bed down. And now that I'm carrying a nice little door with me, bam, there you go. Time to go to bed. Awesome. We live again. Get a little bit of distance, make sure that there aren't any creepers around. Bam. And now we're ready for another day. And this day is going to be spent going onto the boat. Of course, the cornerstone of any important day is having enough pork chops, which we're going to do right now. This is a big open area, but unlike in like a logical term, right? This is a safe open area because it's broad daylight and we had some torch coverage. So creepers are kind of camouflaged and endermen are absolute psychopaths, but it's like sort of strange that even though it's on hardcore, I could like just take my hands off of the keyboard and feel like totally like I'm not going to die here. Now, is that accurate? No idea. But it's how I feel. But one of the other things that I feel is like my character is going to get hungry before too long. So, as always, we're just going to throw some food in a little bit later. Then would be, perfect. Leave the ground just absolutely littered with crafting tables, as is tradition. And, just basically toss almost everything that we have in here. Not all the wood, not your torches. You don't want to be without wooden torches. You don't want to be without your food and your bed and your tools and all that, obviously, because that is what's going to be separating you from destruction and disaster in the long run and the short run. You know, inventory management is what I would call the most boring important thing in video games, because if you have absolutely no management required, then often it sort of can make a lot of things in your game feel as though choices don't matter, because if you just carry literally everything that you ever have without needing to think about it, then that can be sort of trivializing. But on the same hand, who's ever had a bunch of carry weight and thought, man, this game is so much better because of the carry weight? But speaking of things, I don't know if I've ever seen a nether portal like this with gravel covering it in, so that's pretty interesting. There's got to be a chest because I've also never seen a nether portal that doesn't have a chest, so we're just going to chip away at this gravel and I assume like 100% find a chest here before too long. But maybe not. And I've broken my shovel. Well, is the chest underwater? Just looking around real quick to make sure we're not tempting fate here. Okay, that's a dolphin. That's good. Dolphins are friends. Well, I sure would assume, apparently incorrectly, that the nether portal would have a chest. But obviously I didn't fully excavate it. I'm just going to run back to my crafting table rather than make another one. And realize that I don't have enough cobblestone on me to make another shovel. Yes, I do. It only takes like one, doesn't it? Yes, there you go. But this time we're going to ignore the nether portal and just run over in this direction. Oh no, okay. Those are pillagers on our trail. This is maybe a disaster. It looks like we've just got one. He's like the boss though. Yeah, get some. All right, so apparently it's just the one guy that came at me. We recognized the danger plenty quick and had a fine time. All right, so we got an ominous bottle and an ominous banner. Are there more of his sorts around? I didn't see a tower. Well, you know. Good stuff, you know. I was more worried that I needed to be there. All right, we've got a lot of gold and a lot of iron. Fair bit of lapis. This is an amazing chest. We're going to go ahead and crack it. Pick it up real quick. Move into our door. Get our health back. Not our health, but our oxygen. Just take a quick look around real quick because there are monsters in the water. I know I've said it before, but there are. And I do not know how they work. But had me thinking that I didn't want to be coming up on land and have the potential for them to be there. So how shipwrecks work, as I understand them, and this one's sort of buried in the sand here, but you'll have one chest that you can immediately see. And then something else like this one here will be a little bit hidden. There's our buried treasure map. We got some books, got some paper. We're going to need it in here. Okay. Very perilous this stage, but then inside of the boat, you'll either find like blocks that don't quite belong or just a sort of clumsy area like this one. Usually like you clear gravel or sand or something like that, but not always. All right, we're just going to be able to pop out of the top of the boat there. And again, I have no idea how the spawning of the drowned, they're called, I think, the zombies. I don't know how that spawning works, so I'm just trying to be very careful and not get any of them in my face. And here we go, a third one. And I think the third one will be the last one. I don't think there's ever more than 3. But, yep. And there, what I was looking for was just like that sand that was on the inside. Poisonous potatoes are utterly useless. Iron nuggets are not, but we're just going to leave that junk in there. And now we've got a better setup. You know, we're going to be able to plant slightly more different kinds of food if we wanted to make a farm. Although once you find a village, usually they have some kinds of food that you could raid there. But all right, feels good. Feels real good. We're gonna eat the steak, and then I think I'm just going to throw some more torches around because I'm a big old coward. And charcoal is, you know, a renewable resource. Charcoal grows on trees, as the saying goes. Oh no, what have I done? See, this is the sort of thing that would get you a game loss eventually, because I didn't know what I was doing. I'm running around with a full inventory like a big old dummy. You know, it's because I was so confident about my victory over that one pillager captain, even though he was by himself and, you know, kind of an easy fight without his pals. But grab some more sugarcane. I need to be, yeah, here we go. That's right. I need to be playing the game and be acquiring wheat seeds, which are, you know, here to be had for the taking. Now that I've got a bucket, you know, I could actually be doing things, but I think in spite... Okay. There you go. So if you see the sky get weird, you just immediately throw the bed down, and that's how to deal with a thunderstorm. Don't even let monsters spawn. Don't worry about it. Just fast tech. All right, good deal. Excellent. So, I think this will just about cover it. We will go back up to the top of the mountain and grab some stuff and think about where to go from here. This sunflower plains is so disorienting because everything looks exactly the same as everything else, and I have not built any sand pillars. But, you know, there's of course the refuge of the cherry grove where everything looks like a cherry grove. There are lots and lots of animals here. That's nice. I guess, you know, just pop some more pumpkins. I need to find a village. That's I need to remember that I have an entirely full inventory and I need to find a village. Because basically, my quandary right now is, yeah, I suck at inventory management, and yeah, I don't remember where any of my stuff is. Sue me. But I also don't have any reason to put down a farm anywhere because I don't know where I'm going to sell things. I don't know where I'm supposed to be. And I don't know where I left my boat. But that is classic me. In conclusion, I am going to cry myself to sleep and wonder why I can't remember basic tasks. Not really. I'll be fine. I'm only a little bit annoyed. This world is so awesome. It's because it's like these pretty rare biomes all connected. I've never seen a sunflower plains or really a dark forest. And so like for one to go into a cherry biome and then into a dark forest, uh, into a sunflower plains, and then like, oh boy, speaking of things, this is exactly the sort of area that needs to be made safe for the people to walk in. The problem is I don't have enough dirt to actually make it safe, which means I'm going to make half of it safe, and then the other half will be even harder to get out of. That's all right. It'll have to be all right. We've got some lava there, but it's just out of a hole in the wall. I don't think it's connected to anything greater. Zombie in there. Don't really want to pick that fight because I don't have a plan. And anyway, he might be just an outshoot of that internal weirdness that's going on up here. But I don't need to go and try and find a village without my emeralds. Or, without just everything that I have going on. Ow, ow, unwise. But ultimately fine, right? That's right, I moved my furnaces and now they're down somewhere else. This is the sort of thing that can happen to you if you're a scatterbrained player. These bees are having the time of their life, and I envy them. I need to get some bees for my cherry trees. I need to not make these bees angry. I don't know how bees work. I've always made them very upset whenever I break the hive with some shears or a silk touch thing. Maybe we need to smoke them out. That would be funny. And here I am, not working, just rambling in hardcore. Yes. Well, the sort of chill ridiculousness that you can look forward to is it's not limited to the peaceful world. I can feel pretty peaceful on hardcore too, apparently. The piano reminds me I've been talking a while. Well, I need redstone. If I can just make like a chicken machine, that'd be good. Either that or like a lot more iron ingots. I do have 13 now. Oh, that's right. I put the furnaces in here because of course I did. Oh, that's not how to make them. How do you? Just a crafting table? Ah, yes. Crafting table is how you make the little nuggets into ingots. So now I have 15 of them, which is just sort of a comically large amount. And none of my armor is taking like any damage at all, which does make sense. So I don't really get hit very often. Alright, what do I want to be when I grow up? It'd be a lot simpler if I could just see a village from up here somewhere, but you know, I haven't looked everywhere yet. Because that would be the ideal. If there's a village, I could just basically set up shop inside of it. But we're not getting one in those directions. I peered like this as if it would change the amount of the screen that I could see. What a fun personality quirk. Alright, we've got plenty of leather now, although I'm not going to build like an obsessive bookshelf collection. We do want to build an enchanting table in like the medium long term. And all I want to do right here is just get as high up as you can, safely, and take a look around from this vantage point. Nothing new. There's a brown sheep down there. Nothing new. But on the other side of that, that'll be the dark forest that we originated in. So we have basically a choice. After the night, we can jump on a boat and explore around the ocean a little bit, see if we can find a village in that direction, or we can go back to spawn. I'm inclined to go with the explore on the ocean plan. Just the dynamic of Minecraft as I've done it, like there might be some nasty mobs out there that I just haven't seen, but in general, if you're moving at full speed in a boat, even phantoms can't get you that quick. And now, with only being 2.5 armor chunks from full armor pieces, I feel a lot more comfortable in fights. Obviously, I still need like the enchantments and stuff on gear, but now, instead of putting the bed down immediately, we're going to run to the little house that we've built, even though I'm not sure that it serves a purpose. We have plenty of time to do it, and that'll be a great time to end for the night. We've got stone. No, we don't, because we couldn't cook it. We will cook raw beef. We will not bake potatoes. We will lay down for the night. And, you know, there you have it. Another great, amazing, successful hardcore day where I managed to not do anything so catastrophically stupid that it makes you hold your head in anguish. And don't know why I was talking about where I was going to go, where we're going to find the buried treasure, but not today. We will do that the next time that we come back. That'll be what we do, and we'll get the agony of digging through a beach without having a proper diamond shovel. But, you know, we all got to start somewhere. But thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to this edition of Hardcore Minecraft, and I really hope you've enjoyed.